You want me to start now? Alright, okay. Love in Dol Amroth, a story by Pingu. It was early morning in Dol Amroth, and Napoleon was building his new house in Die, in the Royal Town district. Napoleon was a struggling builder. He was in love with the head builder Biwott, who he met in Moria. Since then, his obsession had got out of hand, and he would do anything to get his attention. However, Biwott did not see him in the same way. Biwott ignored Napoleon and removed his houses with no sympathy, causing Napoleon to go into stages of "Ree!", a rare condition he had. However, Napoleon stayed strong on his quest for Biwott, the big black-coated man he was. And that is where our story starts, children. Because little did Napoleon know, his life was about to change when he met the puberty-stricken builder known as Super Lulster. Napoleon was sweating in the beaten sun when he heard a screech from down the road. Upon investigation, he found a red-faced girl hurling insults to the foreman. The foremen were a group of superior builders who ruled the server with their great memes. Napoleon asked what was happening. Super's house had been deleted again for being a pile of shit, and the foremen were bullying her for it. Napoleon, being the nice guy he is, tried to stop the fight. He whipped out his wooden stick and "reed" on the foreman. He hit them, but he got knocked down by their supreme leader, Thomas the Pingu. He was the sexiest man on the server, and the strongest and best builder too. Napoleon shivered in fear to such a master of a human. "I'm sorry," he cried, and begged for his respect again. Thomas was the nicest, so let Napoleon go. Napoleon then turned to Super, who looked at him and called him a useless shit. Napoleon, stunned, demanded to thank him for his heroic action. She replied, saying that he was a failure, but her voice cracked and she went full rage on herself. Napoleon, scared for her safety, took her to his hall in Moria, a safe space no one dared touch, not even the great foreman. The last man to touch it was the evil tent lord Darky, who was banished by Patrick in the ultimate form of autistic Ree. Darky has not returned since, but hates Napoleon for it. Napoleon showed Super his great hall. She said it was okay, but couldn't believe it was built by such a cuck. Napoleon had enough. Super did not accept his kindness, and he lost his temper. He unleashed his Ree and made a semi-average meme of her. Shocked, Super tried to reply with her own meme, but her puberty-stricken mind and body produced something worth a tumbler. The server laughed at her, and she ran crying. Napoleon laughed, saying that's what you get. However, Napoleon felt bad for his action, as he was bullying an innocent girl. He rushed over to her, apologizing for his actions. Looking to him with wet eyes, proclaimed no one saw her for a great female builder. Despite her work, she was bullied and pushed away. Napoleon realized then that Super didn't understand love or happiness. Puberty had taken it away from her. It was his duty to fix her. "I can help fix that," Napoleon said to Super. She asked how. He said, "Follow me." He took her to a side alley in the city of Damroth, away from the eyes of the peering artist foreman. "I am going to show you love," said Napoleon. "What is this?" said Super. "It's something Darky showed me before he betrayed me and forced me to read like never before." Super cried. All of a sudden, "I have been cursed by Darky to love only tents. I cannot help it. It is why I'm so angry all the time, as when he's not on, I cannot be me." Napoleon felt the same about Biwott. He saw two similar people, both with horrible pasts. He was going to fix this. He took off his glasses and then picked the flower out of Super's hair. "Have you seen my stick?" he whispered in her ear. She shuddered and had flashbacks of Darky's tent poles. He said he could take it out if she wants. "I'm not sure if I'm ready," said Super. "It's okay," said Napoleon, removing the blocks from his inventory. "I have done this before with Patrick." Super did the same. Napoleon reached for his brown stick. "When I'm designer, I'm going to hit all the artists and form with it." Super laughed. "I wish I had a stick like that," she said. "It's so long and brown." Napoleon winked and said, "I can make it bigger." Napoleon hadn't felt this way since his last encounter with Biwott. "Okay," he said. "I'm going to type the command in now." He typed in the Vauxhall command. Just then, Biwott walked in. Shocked, he whipped out his superior bigger stick and quickly hit Super with it. Napoleon read in terror. "Napoleon, you are mine." He TP'd him back to his house and told him to finish it. "No," shouted Napoleon. "I am no longer your slave. I am with Super." Biwott laughed and whipped him. "Then you will enjoy being a droog." Napoleon said, "Not today." Biwott He then went full re, tearing down the server. Everyone ran in terror. Biot shouted, Napoleon, I am the head designer. I have the superior stick. Super will always be mine. Napoleon said, no, I have reached peak re. I am making memes of myself. Biot screamed in terror at such the fool. These things can't be true. Napoleon laughed. He looked at his bum boy Patrick. Promote me now. Patrick agreed, and Napoleon got designer. Biot screamed again and whipped Patrick with a stick, causing him to become a cripple. He then charged at Napoleon, trying to seize his stick from him. Napoleon reached for the command, / set 0 Doamro. He breathed and pressed the command. A bright light flashed, and the city disappeared. Biot, seeing his city gone, collapsed, and was eaten by the hungry Jews lost in the city for many months. Napoleon breathed heavily as he looked at the chaos he caused. Where's Super, he thought. He couldn't find her. Did he kill her in the removal, he thought? Just then, Darky joined the server. Big tent stick made a large sound as it ringed out, piercing everyone's ears. Napoleon heard Super scream. Come to my tent, shouted Darky. Napoleon picked up his shattered stick. How would he defeat Darky with a stick like this? Then an idea came to his head. He TP'd to his hall and placed signs everywhere, threatening to ban all who touched it. Darky saw this and read. He set fire to it all. Napoleon took screenshots of it and laughed. Now you're mine, he shouted. Darky, realizing what he'd done, all of a sudden, Credo joined and shouted, Darky, you have betrayed the holy rules of MCME. It is time to be removed, thick boy. Darky screamed as his stick was reduced to a tiny shrivel. Now waste the rest of your days a droog in new player world. Napoleon had won, and now had Super to himself. He rushed over to her. He saw his stick had become a golden rod. It had been blessed by the holy Valar of ancients. Super seeing it read so hard, she caused all the foremen to run in terror of being infected by her. Puberty. Napoleon took her with his square hand and walked off into the sunset holding his gold wooden one and poking Super. It was a happy day. The end.